Welcome to my camera comparison between the Honor Magic 6 Pro and the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I'm recording in 4K with 30 frames per second using the front-facing cameras here, and we can see that the Honor has at least the option to switch the lenses here, while the iPhone has a fixed view here. Colors are not that far apart from each other. Judging by the screen, I'm looking a little bit pale on the Honor Magic 6 Pro in comparison. The green is looking a bit greener on the iPhone. 0.8x is looking pretty much the same as what the iPhone has to offer. Yeah, it's looking pretty much the same. Zooming in further is a bit too close for my taste, honestly. Would be better 2 hours for vlogging to have a wider field of view. But options are always good. The default one is almost the same as the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The colors are looking on the preview here pretty much different. The iPhone looks more vivid. While we are here talking, we can use noise reduction on the Honor Magic 6 Pro, which I just activated. So I hope the effect will be clear to you. The difference should be actually quite obvious when this function is activated on the Honor Magic 6 Pro versus what the iPhone 16 Pro Max sounds like, and also what the Honor Magic 6 Pro sounds like when I deactivate it now. So I think it is a good feature. I'm on the ultra wide of both phones. Let's one time try the zooming. Starting with the Honor Magic 6 Pro, I will first of all use the on-screen options which are available, and then I will zoom in manually a bit more. So ultra wide 1x, 2x and 2.6x. So we can go up to 10x in the video zoom. Now let's go all the way back to the ultra wide. The ultra wide one. This is a very big difference always when you are switching. The colors are full shifting one time. Going from ultra wide to 1, like the colors are blowing up one time and then going back to normal. 2x, 2.6x, to ultra wide, to 2.6 ultra wide. I don't like the thing that's happening when you switch between ultra wide and 1x. It's really not looking great. So now on the iPhone, ultra wide, 1x, 2x, 5x, and we can go manually up to 15x. So just to compare, if we go between ultra wide and 1x, there's really not much happening. If we switching the lenses, going from 1 to 5, to ultra wide again to 1x, that's really smooth compared to what the Honor Magic 6 Pro was doing there. If you care about DxO mark, you should know that the Honor Magic 6 Pro is tied for the second place with the Pixel 9 Pro XL, 1 point ahead of the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Let's find out how close they really are. At both locations, I used the ultra-wide lens, the main lens, at 2.5x digital zoom on the iPhone versus the 2.5x periscope lens of the Magic 6 Pro and the 5x telephoto lens of the iPhone against Honor's digital zoom of this lens. Occasionally, we will incorporate the 10x or even maximum zoom of the phones, just like in this case here. The iPhone can go up to 25 times, while the Honor has a 100x digital zoom. The Honor is set by default to its vibrant mode, which I will stick to for this comparison, and it really shows in this picture. While both images look great here, the colors on the Honor pop more. Overall, the colors on the iPhone appear almost dull in comparison, but they are honestly closer to reality. The 5x shot is overall more detailed and sharper on the Magic 6 Pro. Time for a fist bump. The widely different colors are again visible. We need to keep in mind that we are in the midst of autumn. I appreciate that the Honor captures more details in darker areas. Its 2.5x shot is overall better, which also holds true for the shot against the 5x optical lens. At 25x, both are good regarding details, but the Honor has the edge. The sky is too blue on the Honor. However, one issue I criticized in my previous review seems to be fixed. Colors weren't consistent enough between lenses before, especially when switching from ultrawide to main lens, always resulting in a significant shift in color. Now they remain quite close. Well done, Honor. It's also impressive how the Magic 6 Pro holds its own against the iPhone's optical lens. In fact, it often outperforms it. The Honor has some issues with light in ultra-wide shots. Zooming in presents us again with similar results. The Honor dominates over the iPhone regarding details. Now we will zoom in on the pink SpongeBob fella. While I was pleased that color shifting isn't happening like before on the Honor, we can see that switching from ultra-wide to main lens causes some loss of vibrancy in the sky. It now actually resembles how it looks on the iPhone. It's disappointing that there's no advantage for the iPhone with its 5x optical lens against Honor's 5x digital zoom. That sky is again way bluer than it should be. If you didn't know which of these two phones had a 5x optical lens, I'm pretty sure most people will guess it's the Honor. First we start with shots from the main lens. Not only is the Honor more vibrant, but also brighter and more detailed overall. Using 2x digital doesn't change this. Both do a good job separating my sun from the background. However, using 5x goes to the iPhone. First of all, it does a finer job with cutouts. Secondly, there's a halo effect added on my sun's right side on the Magic 6 Pro. Not the easiest surrounding for portrait shot, but the iPhone struggles more with the background blur, while both aren't great with it here. At 2x, it is better from both, with the Honor again having the edge. It's again at 5x where the iPhone gets a clear win. Honor has major issues with the cutouts, making them look really cheap. Now for some selfies. Taking portraits with front-facing cameras limits us a bit on the Honor if we want that fancy bokeh. While we can choose from options on the iPhone, we are restricted to what Honor offers us. The colors are again too vibrant on the Honor. However, when using the front-facing camera, we can't select any color mode anyway. This is how Honor wants the pictures to look. When we deactivate bokeh mode on the Honor, we can even go out to 0.8x, which gives us a much wider field of view than what we get on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. The iPhone had trouble instantly recognizing multiple people trying to be included in portrait mode and failed to focus on my son initially, while Honor had no issues doing so. When he got a bit closer, however, the iPhone finally caught up. I'm recording now with the front-facing camera, 30 frames per second in 4K. I will stay on 0.8x on the Honor, which is pretty much equal to what the iPhone is offering. And I'm now on the light pole here, and the light is actually orange. The preview of the Honor doesn't look orange enough, so the iPhone seems to be more accurate here. On the Honor it looks like I am hit by white light, which is not true. So let's go on. The picture on the Honor is also again very blurry, while the more light is there, the better the iPhone gets. But also in general, the iPhone looks sharper and more accurate to me. Now again a patch which is a little bit darker here. The Honor Magic 6 Pro seems to be a little bit brighter when it is dark, but overall the picture looks better on the preview on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Like I said in my previous video about the Honor Magic 6 Pro, the front-facing camera, especially while recording videos, looks like it's dirty. It looks blurry, but this is not the same phone which I tested back in spring, and it has the same issues which I had back with my old tests. That time also I was testing it against the iPhone, that time the 15 Pro Max. And yeah, new phone, same model, same problems. Filming in 4K with 30 frames per second. Let's check out one time how well both phones zoom at night and how smooth the lens switching is while doing so. Starting with the Honor Magic 6 Pro, we are at the ultra wide now, going 1x, 2x, 2.6 as the on-screen options, and 10x. Let's go back on the ultra wide. 1x, 2x, 2.6, ultra wide, 2, ultra wide, 2.6, 1, 2, and the ultra wide. Now on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, we have the ultra wide going to 1x, 2x, and 5x as the on-screen options. There's the ultra wide, 2, 1, 5, ultra wide, 5, 1, 2, ultra wide. While some girls are getting crazy down there, and back to 5x, and back to the ultra wide. The switching of the lenses and the zooming as well seems to be way better on the iPhone 16 Pro Max from the on-screen observations. Now I'm recording in 4K, 30 frames per second again, and this time I activated the night video mode on the Honor Magic 6 Pro. The iPhone, of course, doesn't have any night video mode. It doesn't even have a night mode for pictures. It definitely doesn't have a night mode for videos. But it is actually performing pretty good always in video mode, as long as there is some decent light available. This path is actually quite well lit. Let's one time flip around, film myself, and we will see later on how much the video mode is really helping the Honor Magic 6 Pro. Will it be better than the iPhone? I not have the best experience with the video mode on the Honor Magic 6 Pro, because overall it does boost the brightness and slightly the quality as well, but it also adds more to the jelly effect, which I totally hate in videos, which is quite normal at night, unfortunately. But I feel that the video night mode is just adding to it and making everything look worse in this aspect. But for the brightness and also sharpness, at times it does help. So if you want to film something and have it stationary, have it on the tripod or so, with this mode it will help you a lot, I guess. But while walking around, it can create some issues. I'll be using the dedicated night mode on the Honor Magic 6 Pro for this comparison. On iPhone, you can't manually select night mode. Instead, it triggers automatically when needed. These ultra-wide shots are both fine in my opinion. Although brighter and adding more details overall, it's still an advantage for the Honor Magic 6 Pro. However, it struggles with smaller text at higher zoom levels. Yeah, you can't read it on the iPhone either, but at least it looks like text is written here. One thing I really dislike, as I mentioned before, is when different lenses produce totally different looking pictures. Surprisingly, now it's actually the iPhone that shifts too much in colors, while Honor isn't perfect either. Everything zoomed in goes overall to the Honor. The ultra-wide shots from the iPhone produces an excessively dark image. Without it lit windows, you wouldn't even see the hotel on its right side. With its main lens too, we have a more detailed and brighter image from the Honor. Those ultra-wide shots are now closer than before, but the Honor still has the more detailed pictures overall. With the main lens, it's equally good, while the subsequent zoomed shots are honestly good from neither. This area was really dark and both having a really hard time, as you would expect shooting without a tripod. With the main lens, both are actually producing a somewhat decent picture for the circumstances. Zooming in further results in nothing you would want to show around, but yet here we are. Both have the issues with the light using the ultra-wide lens here, and both pictures suffer because of it. This time around, I prefer the iPhone's main lens shot. While zooming in, the Honor seems to still be struggling with the light, since the shots all have some kind of veil over them. Unfortunately, the iPhone's pictures are too noisy on the other hand. At first glance, both ultra-wide shots look nice. Upon further inspection, we see that once again the Honor has captured more detail and even some stars up there. The same applies to their respective 1x shots. Both are good, but again the Honor performs better overall. With its 5x optical lens, however, the iPhone 16 Pro Max has an edge regarding clarity and sharpness, though it lacks brightness. Another light pole acts as a challenge for both phones, and once again, it's the Magic 6 Pro struggling the most. Yet it captures brighter and more detailed images, giving us a good look at the surrounding in the background, including the ship we have just seen before. With its main lens, the iPhone performs better than before, but still falls short compared to the Honor. Just like with the hotel before, the iPhone has issues with capturing the building properly. It's really a big difference between these two shots. The Honor even lets us read the text, while it's hard to make out any text on the iPhone at all. With the main lens, both again are closing in on each other. Those ultra-wide shots aren't far apart from each other. The colors of the stones are gone on the iPhone, and the Honor is overall a bit brighter and detailed in some areas. At 5x, we once again can see very well how the Honor has its issues with text at this level. And again, the iPhone fails to show a building with limited lighting using the ultra-wide. The picture on the Honor clearly wins this one, and while the iPhone again improves with its main lens, the Honor is also getting better here as well. With the 2.5x periscope lens, the Magic 6 Pro can play out its advantage quite well, but the iPhone isn't bad either with its digital zoom. The 5x shots are really very close overall, with the Honor having a bit more details in darker areas, but I really like the way the iPhone captures the light sign. And one last round before we move over to the portraits, and while the ultra-wide shots are this time more even, the iPhone has the better shot with the main lens on this one. The 2.5x somehow didn't work on both devices, so a final 5x shot, which also goes to the iPhone for having the more detailed and sharper shot. With 1x, the Honor is making more of the given light and produces a picture that looks better lit than the iPhone's, when both literally were taken at the same moment. The background also looks more aesthetically pleasing on the Honor, but the cutout looks a bit weird on my head. When switching over to the 2X, everything mentioned earlier remains true, except facial details aren't as pronounced anymore. But boy, using the 5X optical from the iPhone makes the Honor look really bad in comparison. It's quite obvious that the 5X optical lens is the 16 Pro Max biggest strength at night in comparison. So, iPhone 16 Pro Max or Honor Magic 6 Pro? Actually, I was not very impressed by the iPhone 16 Pro Max, to be honest. A Magic 6 Pro seems to have gotten some good updates over the year, so keep in mind, this phone came out in the springtime and it had got a lot of updates in the last couple of months, while the iPhone is still pretty much on the launch update. But even so, I was mainly disappointed by the ultra-wide lens of the iPhone 16 Pro Max, which is actually the main difference, the camera setup compared to the 15 Pro Max. And at night especially, it was really performing not that good with the ultra-wide lens. The videos are great again on the iPhone, as they usually are. At night, especially with 9 mode, the Magic 6 Pro reigns supreme, easily win everything except of the 5X shots. The optical lens of the iPhone is doing a really great job here. Otherwise, the Magic 6 Pro is really a great option, and it is now also very cheap to get. You can get it easily around 800 to 900 euros here in Germany, compared to almost a double for the iPhone 16 Pro Max, depending on which storage size you choose. But what you make out of this comparison, which of those two phones got the win for you? Leave a comment below. A thumbs up to the video would be great. Leave a sub if you want to see more in the future, and we will see us in the next one.